Hello and welcome once again to my English class. Today we shall be understanding the first chapter of your Flamingo textbook of class 12 CBSE English Core. The name of the chapter is The Last Lesson by Alphonse Daudet. Come, at the outset, let us know a little about the author Alphonse Daudet. Alphonse Daudet was born on the 13th of May 1840 in Nimes, France. He breathed his last on the 16th of December 1897 at the age of 57 in Paris, France. He was a novelist, a short story writer, a playwright, as well as a poet. He belonged to the literary movement naturalism. We need to know the background of the story to understand it better. The story The Last Lesson has been set in the backdrop of the Franco-Prussian War that was fought in 1870 to 71 between Prussia and France. The Prussians had captured the two districts of Alsace and Lorraine, which belonged to France. Now, after the capture, new orders were issued according to which German language was to be taught in place of French in these two districts of Alsace and Lorraine. The story The Last Lesson beautifully brings out the human tendency of procrastination, which means to postpone the learning of things, feeling there is plenty of time to do so, without even realizing when the doomsday shall dawn and bring an end to our hopes and aspirations. Franz is scared of going to school that day as his French teacher, M. Hamel, had announced a test on participles which he had not learnt. Although Franz wants a day out of school to enjoy the beauty of nature, the bright sunshine, the birds chirping in the woods, but eventually he plans to go to school. Little Franz reluctantly walks towards his school. On the way, he passes through the town hall and sees the huge crowd around the notice board. He does not stop as bulletin boards served all bad news, lost battles, the drafts and orders of the commanding officers, etc. He sees Prussian soldiers drilling but resists. On reaching the school, the changes he noticed were: instead of noisy classrooms, everything was as quiet as a Sunday morning. All students were already in the classroom. M. Hamel, the French teacher, did not scold him and told him very kindly to take his seat. Hamel was dressed in his Sunday best, beautiful green coat, frilled shirt, and black embroidered cap, which he wore on functions and prize ceremonies only. The villagers occupied the last benches of the classroom. Old Hauser, former mayor and postmaster, were also there. As little Franz entered his classroom, his French teacher, M. Hamel, announced the notice which was served from Berlin that from the next day onwards, German would be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. Franz realizes that that is what was put up on the bulletin board. Franz could not believe that it would be his last lesson of French. He repented for not knowing his own mother tongue and regretted for not having taken his lessons seriously. Franz now realizes the reason why his teacher is dressed in his Sunday best and why the villagers are sitting at the back to pay tribute to M. Hamel for his 40 years of sincere service and also to express their solidarity with France. M. Hamel realizes that all three, the children, the parents, and he himself, are to be blamed for losing respect and regard for their mother tongue. Franz is called to recite the lesson. He makes mistakes, but contrary to his thinking, Hamel does not scold him. Yes, as I've already told you, Franz is called to recite the lesson and he makes many mistakes. But contrary to his thinking, M. Hamel does not scold him. He rather preaches that one should not waste time and postpone things, thinking that there is plenty of time. He asks him to always keep his mother tongue close to his heart, as it is the key to the prison of slavery. Franz wondered sarcastically if Prussians could force pigeons to coo in German. M. Hamel, overcome with emotions, could not speak and wrote on the blackboard, Vive la France, which means Long live France, and he quietly dismisses the class. Well, children, there are a few expressions in the story which may need an explanation. So here they are. In great dread of. It means fearful of anticipation of something or very much worried. Counted on. To rely or trust on somebody or something. Thumbed at the edges. Worn out or soiled edges caused by frequent handling. In unison, something happening or being done at the same time. A great bustle, an excited and often noisy activity or a rapid active commotion. Reproach ourselves with. It means to feel ashamed or regretful. Well, my dear students, I hope this video has been useful for each one of you. Thanks for watching. This is VK Jayashree. If you found my video useful, kindly like, share, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you once again. Have a great day.